As a responsible person with growing concerns for your privacy and personal liberty, you want to know where we're headed and what you can do about it. We ask the experts what you need to do to take prudent and responsible action to safeguard your family's wealth and well-being, and what basic first steps will help you to be aware and prepared. ReluctantPreppers.com.
You mentioned there are some extremely good reasons to own silver. What are some of the top ones that come to mind?
The top one for me, the number one reason to buy it is because it's artificially manipulated and so low in price. But some of the great reasons, it's a great monetary metal. It's both a monetary metal and an industrial metal. It's used in, if you think cell phones are the wave of the future, there's silver in every single cell phone, every single flat screen TV, every tablet, and all that silver is consumed. As in, when you throw away your tablet or your cell phone, very rarely do people try to go for the 100th of an ounce of silver that's located in that, or 1,000th of an ounce of silver. So silver is consumed and literally thrown away. I think that'll be a big change when silver goes to, say, $1,000 an ounce. We might stop throwing away, the flat screen TVs and instead have them, bring them in to recycle the silver out of them. But right now, at $14, $15 an ounce, no one's going to melt down their cell phone for the silver. There's medical reasons. It's a great antibiotic. Before the days of penicillin, they used silver. They used to put silver dollars in all the milk cartons because it kills all the germs. And I still use colloidal silver to this day, even though the EPA says it's not good for the environment, which is ridiculous. And all the pharmaceuticals hate colloidal silver, but it's great to use for getting rid of any kind of germs you're trying to get rid of. And all the bad talk of the end of photography, the silver film photography, all that talk. Photography, old style photography is pretty much dead, but a lot of that was recycled. The silver was recycled out of the film, so net it's not a big difference in the amount of new applications and new technologies that silver is just amazing to be used in. It's the best conductor of electricity, and let's face it, our world is an electric world now. So a lot of this stuff is growing and growing and growing, although photography is kind of going away. But then again, you got photography is changing to electronic photography, which is also a consumer of silver. So, even the worst case stories about silver, which is basically the photography story, net, there's so many positive things that there is nothing to stop silver in the future except for the price rigging by the official price rigging by the government and the unofficial price rigging by the bullion banks.
Yeah, for those of our listeners who are interested in following up on the colloidal silver medical benefits, our off-grid medical doctor Jay Nielsen on some of our other episodes here on Reluctant Preppers talks about it as a effective antibacterial, antiviral. And I also remembered when you were talking about scarcity, a talk by either Mike Malone or David Morgan, I can't remember which, talking about if you look at the actual available remaining silver that hasn't been consumed industrially, that's still available for investing above ground, and divide it by the world population, you get something like 1/14 of an ounce per person. So what does a scenario look like when confidence in fiat currencies collapses and the world's population wants to turn to something that's tangible and proven when there's only 1/14 of an ounce per person to go around?
And it's true. And if you look at the USGS has a periodic table of all the metals and all the minerals and natural resources, and they look at the total in-ground reserves versus the consumption rate, and they have a chart where they compare them all. And if you look at it, the number one metal, the number one commodity, the number one natural resource that will go away in our lifetime at this consumption rate and with the current reserves is silver. And that, I believe they peg it at around 18 or 19 years. If the price stays low, we keep consuming silver at our rate based on what they've found in the ground so far, we got 18, 19 years of silver left, and then it's all gone. Now, obviously, the reserves can change as the price goes higher. Even the reserves go up because they become economical to mine and things like that. But by far, silver, out of all the other metals and elements, will be consumed first out of everything on Earth.